just, hey, it was a great game by South Alabama for sure. Congratulate them on the win, and their pitcher did an awesome job. Didn't miss many spots. If she missed any, I don't know. But we just didn't make enough adjustments or quicker adjustments, kept swinging at too many high pitches. And I think we had 13 flyouts, which is just too easy for a pitcher, and a defense really. They didn't have to make too many plays. So that was the name of the game. She did a great job. And, you got to score to win. And one run, a 1-0 game should not be insurmountable for us.
I'll start with Brett.
Hey, Coach, tough one there, but you speak on it a lot. You kind of, as the season progresses, you want to face better and better competition. And as you're headed into the tough SEC play now, there's a lot of positives you can take away from this loss so early in the season. What are some positives you can take away headed in? And now you kind of know where your team stands 20 games into the season, headed into SEC play.
Well, the most of the returnees know this already, but some of the freshmen, this is the first time that, everybody is going to give us their best game, period. It's the same with Alabama football. It doesn't matter, who you're playing and what their record is, what their stats are. I don't care. They will come up and play a great game against you. So you have to match it. And tonight we didn't match that. So that's a really good lesson to learn. And then, we can all get better. This show, we got shut out for 7 innings. We're playing at home on TV, and we didn't score a run for 7 innings. So we obviously need to get better, right? So it's a good opportunity for us to use next week to get ready for SEC play, to get better. So that's a positive.
Go ahead, Robert.
Coach, throughout the 7 innings, only in this, I think it was the 6th inning. No, the 5th inning. You guys had the leadoff hitter get on in Jenkins. Talk about how important it is to get the leadoff batter on in order to create offensively.
Yeah, it was a double too. So we really had 3 chances, to score with a single. So that was a big, at bat for her. And then she had the other single too. So she did a nice job against her, but we just, we didn't have enough behind her. But you're right, it's that leadoff is really important, because a lot of times when you have a leadoff, somebody reached the percentages, you're gonna score. The Max first at bat, that was a weird play, a good play by them. It tips off the third baseman's glove and it goes right to the shortstop. So you never know maybe what could happen that inning. If she reaches, then it's the first inning and we already have a hit, and it took, we went 9, 10, 11 up, 11 down. And then finally, or no, it was more than that. It was in Claire's double to lead off that inning. So she got into a groove, and she, and another thing about this is when a opposing pitcher, when she starts to get people out, her confidence goes through the roof. So maybe she comes in, with whatever record, but now when she's getting us out, she just gets more confident. And then all of a sudden now it's a world beater, and, you're looking at 0-0 or 1-0 in the 7th inning. So we need to lead off on.
Good, Janelle.
Hey, Coach. What are some key takeaways from not only tonight's game, but from this weekend's tournament leading into the 3-game series against Auburn this upcoming weekend?
I thought our pitching staff did a good job. That was, 1 run by Montana tonight. Again, we should be able to come back from that. And I think they scored in the 2nd inning, so it's not like they scored in the 7th. But, every pitcher got a start this weekend, which was good to see. Jayla got her first start Saturday, and we needed her to get a start. She did great, through a shutout. A bunch of people got at bats. Savannah Woodard got some more playing time out in right field. We're hopeful that KB Sides gets to come back, this coming weekend when we start SEC play. Still a question mark there, but it's looking better and better every day. So, there was a lot of good things to come out of the weekend.
Good, Brett.
Hey, coach, you just kind of brought it up just there a second ago. You're pitching up until kind of this point. They haven't been challenged too much. This weekend in particular, a couple met runners on base with less than 2 outs, or a couple of situations where Montana or Jayla or whoever it may be had to kind of bear down and get out of the situation. How good is it to get them that kind of confidence and situational awareness before heading into obviously SEC play?
Well, for Jayla, it was really important because that was her first start. And it's a big difference between, I think her first appearance was we were beating Notre Dame 10-0. And that there's not much pressure there at all. Northern Iowa, she came in, I think, at the top of the 5th. There was some pressure there. So she needs to feel that. They all do. Like tonight, you could tell that Montana had to buckle down. But just that, that pressure, that anxiety in a game is so much more beneficial than any practice that we can try to devise. It's just, you can't replace it. So the playing time, the close games, that's good for everybody because that's going to happen. That's what softball is all about.
Go ahead, Jeanette.
Coach, with Lexi, Crystal, Jayla, Montana, and Sarah all pitching this weekend, what is really the advantage of having such a depth pitching rotation, and what is the recruiting process for all of that?
I think for the, especially the SEC now, when another team, we're playing Auburn, so let's just say it's Auburn, they look at our stats and they see that, everybody has gotten at least one start and several innings each. So now, how do they scout us? Because it's going to be hard to really scout all 5 pitchers really well. They're going to probably pick and choose a couple. So that's a benefit. They all have something that they bring to the table, a different pitch. That's huge too, because we might face a hitter in the SEC that maybe can't hit a curveball that well, or can't hit a changeup that well, or whatever pitch it might be. And we have a kid on staff that has that pitch. So then it becomes, individual versus pitcher as the series goes along. And, that's a huge benefit for us.
Go ahead, Katie.
Hey, Coach, I noticed today your fans are really invested in the game. How do you feel about how they're standing up for your team and they're cheering? How does that impact the players and you as a coach to just have that support for your team?
Well, I thought, thanks for bringing that up, but, we changed the game time from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and I was a little worried that there wouldn't be anybody here. And I think it was one of our best crowds we had. So thanks to the fans that came out. I know disappointed in the loss, as I am, but it was a good crowd again. So I hate it when we don't use the crowd to our advantage, because it is an advantage for us.
And we'll get the last one to Robert.
Coach, when your team faces a loss that's unexpected, are you the type of coach where you chip something in, but you want to see the team come together on their own and rally themselves, or do you want to, take charge of that?
Well, I think, in the post game, we had a couple of kids speak up, Bailey Hemphill and Alexis Mack, and that's what you want to see. You want to see your seniors, they've been through this. Bailey, this is their 4th, if you don't count last year, go around in the SEC. So I said, we've got a very experienced team. So we're going to use that to our advantage. We're going to use their maturity to our advantage, because I think that is going to be a big thing, especially with, the long season, throw in COVID, throw in, you're going to school still. So there's still a lot on people's plates that, our maturity and our senior leadership can help us with. And playing in the SEC is a marathon. It's not a sprint, because, 8 series, 24 games. Each series is like a super regional, and you're going to be playing against great competition week in, weekend out. And, it's the team that stays steady with no roller coaster ride of emotion that usually comes out with a ring.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks for being here, you guys.